Hello, you've reached the house of unrecognized talent.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Squidward was the most relatable character on SpongeBob.
It all started when I was born.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best moments when this cephalopod was a total mood. How much do you relate to Squidward? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Working to live, living to work.
Good morning, Squidward. Isn't it a lovely day?
Being an adult sucks sometimes, and no one understands that better than Squidward Tentacles. If there's one thing we know about him, it's that he's a realist, the epitome of disillusionment.
SpongeBob, where's my order?
Did you look under the tray?
Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry.
In this episode, SpongeBob is busy trying to wrangle a hungry seahorse during a shift at the Krusty Krab. Squidward's perpetually frustrated with his co-workers' antics and reminds him of their sad reality.
Here's how things work. I order the food, you cook the food, then the customer gets the food. We do that for 40 years and then we die.
Squidward's far from living his dream at this point, and he's very much aware that he'll likely spend the rest of his life, or at least 40 years, doing the same dead-end job. Number 9. Work hurts. Speaking of workplace monotony, how many of us have felt the physical aches and pains of working?
Another day, another migraine.
On-time percentage, 12%.
This is notably true for those in the customer service industry. Squidward is around endless loud noises coming from his over-the-top boss, Mr. Krabs, who's known for yelling quite often.
Get that suit on, sailor! It's already been paid for!
There's also SpongeBob's pronounced laughter, or whatever destruction he and Patrick cause, something he deals with at home too. A lot of people can identify with his experience and the daily side effects of what feels like tiring, meaningless work. No wonder his on-time percentage is only 12%.
Whatever.
Number 8. Visualizations gone wrong. When Squidward runs into his age-old rival, Squilliam Fancyson, he's instantly on edge. That's probably because the two can't have a conversation that doesn't involve comparing Squilliam's success to Squidward's failures.
On your lunch break, Squiddy?
Yes,
Jealousy is something everyone feels at some point, and even if you despise the person, you may feel like you need to prove yourself to them. So we fully understand Squidward's reaction. In a moment of panic, he tries to picture the smug Squilliam in his skivvies. But what's intended as a calming tactic ends up revealing another positive attribute.
Oh no, he's hot!
Mr. Fancyson has abs, at least in Squidward's imagination, which our friend likely doesn't. To impress his enemy, he lies about his career, leading to more stress and panic.
And I would be honored if you would allow me to come to your restaurant tonight.
Tonight?
Squiddy can't catch a break. Number 7. Excellent customer service. After working at the Krusty Krab for years, Squidward's trademark bitterness shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, especially the patrons.
Are you planning on ordering today, sir?
I'll have a Krabby Patty.
How original.
And with extra onions.
Daring today, aren't we?
We're not sure if this customer was particularly unpleasant, or he just had the audacity to order food while Squidward was working. But Squidward tells them what he really feels, which many of us wish we could say.
Please, come again. When I'm not working.
Shortly after this exchange, he's forced to participate in more of SpongeBob's nautical nonsense. He quickly loses the little patience he had while he's making and remaking Bubble Buddy's order. He's sure to serve up a hefty side of sarcasm, making those who've been waitstaff feel seen.
And if there's anything else I can do, please hesitate to ask.
Number 6. Napping on the job.
Wake me up when I care.
Do you care now?
No.
Many would agree one of the most relatable things about Squidward is that he's always tired. He usually doesn't have anything to really look forward to, so we totally understand his desire to sleep instead.
I knew I shouldn't have gotten out of bed today.
He also hates his job and avoids his cashier duties whenever possible. And when he's not reading, his favorite thing to do at work is take a nap. But when Mr. Krabs temporarily leaves SpongeBob in charge, it's impossible for him to get some mid-shift shut-eye. And while he has some fun playing tricks on his co-worker, he'd seemingly still rather catch some Z's. Honestly, same.
You interrupted my regularly scheduled Krusty Krab nap?
Regularly scheduled nap?
Number 5. Please hit me! What's worse than working overtime? Working overtime with an annoying co-worker.
It'll be just like a sleepover, only we'll be sweaty and covered with grease.
Of course, the greedy Mr. Krabs gets to go home, leaving his underlings to do the late-night shift that didn't even exist until one customer showed up after hours.
Are you open?
Read the sign.
I'll have a Krabby Patty Deluxe and a double chili kelp fries.
Naturally, SpongeBob is all about extra work and finds it even more exciting doing it at night. Squidward, on the other hand, knows he's in for some insufferable stupidity tonight and asks the customer to give him a nice bonk with a bat.
Here, please hit me as hard as you can.
Will that improve the shift? Probably not, but we can't say we wouldn't do the same thing. Number 4. Overindulging in fast food.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
Yes! Yes! I admit it, SpongeBob! I love Krabby Patties!
We all have our favorite fast foods, and sometimes we just feel the need to pig out. And if someone tries to interrupt your binge, the hangriness comes out. That's basically how Squidward feels after he develops an instant love for Krabby Patties. He tries to get a bite, or several, on the down low, because he understandably doesn't want SpongeBob to know he was right. But Squiddy finally hits his breaking point and goes all out in the patty vault, until SpongeBob's warning sinks in.
Squidward, you can't eat all those patties at one time!
We know that familiar feeling of being so overstuffed you feel like you might explode. Except in Squidward's case, it actually happens.
Yeah, I remember my first Krabby Patty.
Number 3. The hate is real. Squidward sometimes gets flack for his bad attitude, but that doesn't stop him from being his salty self. Given the chaos that surrounds him on a daily basis, like the crazy karate chopping, in this moment we'd expect nothing less than one of his brutally honest quips.
I hate all of you.
Who doesn't know what it's like to feel cranky while those around you are being annoyingly chipper? And if they're having fun working while you're miserable on the job, well, that's just another reason to declare your hatred for their obnoxious optimism. But when you're the one in high spirits, the same people might not always approve of your brand of humor.
Oh. Why is it whenever I'm having fun, it's wrong?
Number 2. Welcoming a swift end. When Squidward's high school nemesis, Squilliam Fancyson, invites him and his non-existent band to perform at the Bubble Bowl on short notice, the aspiring artist scrambles to put one together. He knows this is actually a challenge and not a good-natured invite, so his reputation and dreams are on the line. Luckily, he, like the more confident among us, already knows he's got the stuff.
Fortunately, I have enough talent for all of you.
But when it becomes apparent that this makeshift band is a hopeless mess, he wouldn't mind permanently bowing out of life. It's dark for a kid's show, but saying Squidward is cynical would be an understatement.
Too bad that didn't kill me.
And that deadpan energy is sure to resonate with many of us. At least there's a happy ending to this one.
And it's sweet, sweet, sweet victory, yeah.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Overwhelmed by the future. When you're having an existential crisis and your brain stops working for a minute.
Future!
Squidward the Soulless. We're not all angels, okay?
Good for you! That thing is a heart attack on a bun!
No, Squidward, I meant good for your soul.
Oh, please. I have no soul.
Forever alone, being a voice for all the singles out there.
Squidward, you dropped your hook.
That's no ook. It's just a cruel reminder that I'm single and likely to remain that way forever.
Don't be sad, buddy. Turn that frown upside down.
Just one of those days. Sometimes we just want to stay in bed.
I might as well go to bed for 100 years or so. Wake me when I'm dead.
Summarizing emotions. When you've lost the energy to communicate your frustration in complete sentences.
Rage, fury, irritation, humiliation.
Squidward is such a barnacle.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Quitting the job he loathes.
Mr. Krabs, can we please go now?
We've established that Squidward Tentacles generally despises his occupation, employer, co-worker, and everyone who walks through those doors. He's quit the Krusty Krab many times, but always finds himself back at the register. We enjoy this particular instance because Squidward tells SpongeBob he'd rather be dead than continue working there.
But a visit to the Krusty Krab makes everyone happy. And what could be better than serving up smiles?
Being dead or anything else.
Who hasn't been there before? But homes are expensive, even without the cost of what we assume are endless repairs from a sponge and starfish regularly destroying his. So, after mooching off his too kind of a neighbour, he returns to his minimum wage job because, let's face it, people need to make money.
Well, Mr. Squidward, it's good to have you back.
Well, it's kind of good to be back, sir.
Sadly, it seems no one wanted to pay him to dance or play the clarinet. That's all too real.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.